there are some types of trust that I identified. There are many more ways to experience trust, probably, but here are just a few. One is situational trust, or some people call it conditional trust. That's like in the drift. It's based on circumstances like I'll trust you if, or I'll trust you until a certain condition is met or isn't met. That's called conditional trust, a situational trust. And then there's another kind of trust called experiential trust. I call it experiential trust, or another way to say transformational trust. And that's based on absolutely nothing. It's not your beliefs. It's like a declaration. It's just like in marriage, I do, I will. Not based on anything, it's just I do. I'm gonna trust you. I might get hurt, I might not get hurt, but it's a declaration. I'm gonna trust you. And I call that experiential trust or transformational trust. It's in the form of a declaration, but it doesn't have all these parameters set like until, it doesn't have any condition. It's just I voluntarily commit myself to do so, regardless. But that kind of trust makes you vulnerable. Sometimes you might get hurt, you might not get hurt. And we're always trying to control the situation so that we don't get hurt. But that kind of control doesn't allow you to fully experience yourself or the other person, or the fullness of the relationship, or the fullness of the relationship with yourself. So take all these conditions off yourself. And then there's a trust called functional trust. I'm gonna call it transactional trust. And that's based on being prepared and performing at a high level because you're prepared. It's functional, it's transactional. And it's not based on circumstances, it's not based on luck, it's not based on blind trust. It's due to being prepared and then coming through. It's being count onable. It's very functional. And then there's a fourth kind of trust I call social trust. And that's based on how you honor and respect a person, how you honor and respect yourself, how you honor and respect other people. So when you show respect and honor to a person, there's a space made for them to trust you. But if honor or respect is not present, people tend not to trust you. And there's some ways to practice. And I came up with a few ways that great people go about it. Is one way is they anticipate problems. Since problems are inevitable, great leaders and people who trust themselves, they anticipate problems. In fact, they look out and see what the problems are going to be, the roadblocks are going to be. Now, that's quite different than some of the transformational people say, well, if you do that, you're going to cause problems. You're going to cause a breakdown. You're looking for breakdowns. You're looking for a problem. No, that's stupidity. That's not what it means. It's about, if you're going to do anything, look out for where the roadblocks are and be prepared to handle them. I say you got to trust yourself and look around you and be present to the environment, have a sensory acuity, an acute sense of your environment and what's around you. And as you do that, you'll know how to maneuver and move yourself through time and space.